Here's some positioning advice that I learned the hard way. So if you're a new founder or a new startup and you're trying to figure out how do you make your offering really compelling, right? Like how do you make it so that people really simply get it? One framework that I want to leave you with today is this framework that I call familiar but novel. Oftentimes when people present their startup or their offering or their business idea, they're always like there's so many words, the pitch is too long, it's got a lot of, they're passionate, so they're like saying the full grand story. But if you can condense your pitch in this format, it's almost going to be very hard to convince anybody to give a crap about it, right? And it's unfair, but that's just how it is. So one example that I have is the fastest way to build trust is to use something as an anchor that people are already familiar with, and then and add a little twist to what your uniqueness is. So that's where the familiar plus novel framework helps. So I have an example, which is, let's say there's this company who the founder that I worked with for a while for the product hunt launch and things like that. It's called Baserow, and Baserow.io is the company, is the startup, and the positioning is Airtable plus open source. So what I mean by that is millions of people, at least in the tech world that I live in, they know what Airtable is, so they get it. So it's familiar. Plus the novel side of it, like what's different about this is it's open source, which means anybody can download the source code, anybody can have a customized adaptation of this. And so that's their angle. So if you think of your company from this lens of like what's familiar about your company or your business and what's the unique, selling point, then I think you kind of like appeal to the customer much faster, in my view. Hope it works. Check it out. Try it out.